previously in Khalifah in Canada.
Like there was almost tears in my eyes. I'm sitting beside I'm sitting beside the man of God.
The corridor on the first floor of the Tahir Hall was an intriguing place for us to do some coverage of, because every day the Caliph, on the way to the office, on the way back from the office to his home, or on the way to the mosque, would pass by this same corridor. And so people realizing this would wait and look out for the best vantage point in order to be able to have a glimpse of the Caliph passing by. Sometimes people would wait half an hour before, sometimes people would wait an hour before, because no one actually knew the exact time the Caliph would come out. They had some idea depending on his schedule. And this was perhaps one of the places in Peace Village where people could actually be the closest to the Caliph when he's passing by, to the extent that they had an opportunity to sometimes even meet the Caliph if the Caliph so wished. And so one of the things people tried to do in order to enhance their opportunity of meeting the Caliph was they would bring their kids with them, they would bring the children with them, and they would hold the children up, and more often than not the Caliph would see these children and reciprocate the love.
The first time she's meeting Huzur, so alhamdulillah, she is meeting Khalifah of Islam for the very first time, so it is important that we instill the love of Khilafat amongst our children as well. He's a spiritual being, he's a spiritual person, so in order to get his blessings, I brought it here.
But I would like to...
What was so interesting about the Peace Symposium is that these were people who were not followers of the Caliph. They weren't members of the Ahmadiyya community, yet they were just as captivated by every word of the Caliph. They were just as eager to meet the Caliph. And that was quite surprising and fascinating, that what was it that they saw in the Caliph? Why did they feel so compelled to want to hear his message?
He happened to sign an autograph for me, and he was smiling while doing it. It was a really fun experience.
And how did you feel after you met him? What kind of person do you think he is?
He's a wonderful person as far as I know, and it was great learning more about the Muslim community, and I'm happy to be here today.
And why did they wait sometimes hours to get an opportunity to shake the hand with the Caliph and to say a few words to him? Zubair and I realized that in order to get the answer to these questions, we would have to dig down deeper and really investigate. So a few days before the Peace Symposium began, we went to the homes of one of the guests and asked them more about the Caliph.
I am a practicing Hindu, but one good reason why personally I want to meet Huzur, not just me, I want my family to be meeting Huzur, and I wouldn't even call it a meeting, we want his blessings. Because from my experience, from my education, I have learned that an apple does not fall from the tree, and he is the guru of some of my favorite people that I love to be with. And if the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, then he is the live embodiment of what we can learn from, we can be inspired about. And just listening to him speak about how we can be better in our communities and be socially engaged to make the community stronger, vibrant, loyal, and do our part in making the communities better is absolutely mind-boggling. And that's why I don't want to meet Huzur. I want to be in a position, in a blessed position, where I'm able to breathe the same air that Huzur does.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ عَلَىٰ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا.
And it's the fourth visit to Canada by His Holiness, and as I said earlier, the longest one.
In summary, the introductory verse of the Quran proved that no person and no nation can claim any form of monopoly over God Almighty, because He is the Lord of all mankind. Furthermore, He is gracious and ever merciful, and He sent the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, as a fountain of peace. Human nature is such that it is impossible for people to agree on everything, and so disagreement will occur from time to time. But the key is to solve those disputes with justice and fairness. Islam is the defender of Christians and Jews. It is the defender of Hindus and Sikhs. And it is the defender of the people of all other faiths and beliefs. These are the unique and unparalleled standards of Islam.
With these words, I would like to once again thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much. Ameen.
How was the whole experience?
I don't know if I can explain it in words, besides the fact that I'm still sweating and I'm not going to wash my hands for as long as I cannot afford to.
But how was it meeting him?
It's calming, it's soothing, it's an experience. I mean, you gotta be there to believe it. I mean, I don't know, I had so many things to ask of him, and I was completely tongue-tied and dumbfounded, and it was just like, I mean, I felt I was in divine presence, and that was it. I mean, I have nothing else. You could make out from the smile of my face that I cannot talk. It's just absolutely amazing.
I think he's a great leader. He inspires confidence in people. He gives hope to people, and I think that's what a leader should do.
We wanted to capture the sentiments of those three people who were sitting on the stage with the Caliph. So we met up with one of them, MP Deb Schult, who we found very interesting. She had a very mother-like personality, very warm and friendly demeanor, not like your average politician. And she very kindly agreed to be our makeshift presenter. And so we handed her the mic.
So we're here today at Tahrir Hall for another amazing peace symposium.
And she did this for us whilst the Caliph was still behind, meeting the other guests on the stage.
You've been a local councillor for this area for, well, let's see, about 7 years now.
Yes, I have been, and I'm probably the biggest champion of this community because I know how wonderful the people are, how loving they are, and how giving they are back to the community. But then again, Deb, you've been there with me, and now you're our MP, so you have a chance to speak to them at a more national and international level.
Well, we had the pleasure of having His Holiness up at Parliament Hill, and he gave a very strong message there to the MPs about religious freedoms and how important that is around the world. And also he gave us some suggestions, as he did today, about things that the governments have to do.
Right, and how we can all work together to
make peace.
So it's been a wonderful event.
I felt a rush of emotion meeting him. It was quite emotional, and I wasn't prepared for that. There is definitely something about his being, his presence, that touched me in a very deep way. And honestly, I was unprepared for that. It was a lovely surprise.
As the peace symposium came to an end, the Caliph's grueling schedule continued. Everywhere the Caliph went, people were at hand to interact with him. There was new feelings, new emotions, and new sentiments. And we were present to capture and to record all of those. Coming up in episode 3.
Today is perhaps the pinnacle of our experience with Hazur Anwar in Canada.
मेरा नाम शान तासीर है. मैं हजूर से मिलने आया था. I wanted to meet the man of peace.
He held my hand and I felt something go to my body. So there was some special thing. Different feeling.